So in my previous video, I broke down the first $1,000 I made as a producer, the first $10,000, the first $50,000, and the first $100,000 that I made as a producer. And you guys can take tips from my story and implement it into your own career so you guys can start making some bread. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bricks. I'm a music producer. I done produced for the biggest artists in the world, Drake, Gunna, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Baby. Now, I couldn't fit all the tips in the first video. So here's part 2. Let's get straight into it. So you guys already know when I turned 18, I moved to Atlanta, lived in my car, secured an internship at a studio, and I started working my way up from there. But I also started working with a lower level artist named Black Boy the Kid at the time. I had got a session with him, and we had built a little relationship, and he was like, yo, you should pull up on me at this other studio. So I'm like, all right, bet. One of those days, I pull up on him at the other studio, and it turns out to be QC. Now, QC is the record label that houses Migos, City Girls, Lil Yachty, Lil Baby, this person, that person. Okay, I'm in QC with Black Boy the Kid. Black Boy the Kid turns out to be Rich the Kid. He changed his name. He gets me in the studio with them. I start meeting a bunch of people. I meet Murder Beats. I meet Metro. I meet Quavo. I meet Takeoff. I meet Offset. I meet Skipper the Flipper. I meet the whole label. So one day, after Rich the Kid leaves, Quavo's like, yo, bro, you can come engineer for me? I'm like, yeah, I got you. So I walk in there. I start recording Quavo. And that started a relationship between me and Quavo. So now I'm like recording Quavo, I'm recording Rich the Kid, and then obviously they start learning that I'm making beats because I'm making beats for Rich the Kid at the time. So I get my first Migos placement this way. They're like, yo, bro, pull up some beats. I pull up a beat that I had just made at another artist's house, and I'm going to get into that artist because this is a super interesting story that you guys are going to learn a lot from. But I pull up the beat, I start engineering, and they're writing their verses, right? While they're writing their verses, I'm like, yo, I'm starving. While they writing this, I'm about to go grab some food right quick. Now, keep in mind, I'm a YN at the time. I got a Dodge Charger with tints on the windows, no license, no registration, no insurance. I'm on some hot boy stuff, right? So I get in the car. I drive to McDonald's. When I'm leaving McDonald's, I look behind me. Police sirens is in the back. I'm like, huh? Oh, man. They're like, yeah, can you please step out of the car, sir? Got them things pointed at me. Hey, can you please step out of the car? I'm like, man, step out of the car. Bro, I ain't had no license, no insurance, no registration. I got arrested, bro. I went to jail to get this placement, bro. Imagine they're in the studio. I leave to go get some food and I never come back. They're like, where is this guy, bro? Like, this nigga just left. Bro, I went to jail. My bad, guys. Like, come on now. Okay, 3 days later, get out of jail, come back to the studio, explain the story. Now, going to jail was trash, but when I got back and explained the story, everybody was like, what? So that made me like super memorable. Now everybody knows who I am because everybody has heard that story at the studio. Like, oh, that's the guy who da-da-da-da. So that like, okay, he's here now. Like, everybody knows who I am. So like I said, I end up meeting Murder, end up meeting Metro. Now, other than getting the Migos placement, like I said, this was a record label. So I got to be working with Skipper the Flipper and a guy named Lil Duke. We'll come back to him later. So I'm doing a lot of Skipper the Flipper stuff. I'm doing a lot of Lil Duke stuff. And Lil Duke starts hanging out with Young Thug a lot, right? And Young Thug is starting to pop at this time. Stoner's out, Danny Glover's out. This is, Thug is popping at this time. But I didn't get to meet Thug at this time. I'm just working with Lil Duke. Now, little did I know working with Lil Duke would change my life. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't see it at the time. Bro, if you're just grinding right now, just keep grinding because you're not going to be able to see the future of how this shit is all going to line up for you just by right now looking at your computer. You're just putting in the work. Everything else is going to start coming together for you in ways that you could never, ever imagine. So fast forward down the line, I'm working with an artist in the studio. He invites me over to his crib. This artist happens to be Benzino. So I go to Benzino's house and I start hanging out over there every day because he's paying me to engineer every single day. I'm charging $100 for beats at this time. Now, Chavo is there, Benzino's son. He's a signed artist now. Coyle Ray is there. She like 14 at the time or something. Now, I'm charging him $100 a beat, and I'm engineering at his house, right? One day, he invites Sonny Digital to come over. Sonny Digital comes over. He plays a few beats. I start engineering a song. Sonny Digital charging this nigga $3,500 per beat. And when I heard the transaction go down in my face, I'm like, I'm charging this nigga $100 for a beat, and he just gave this other guy $3,500 for a beat. That shit changed my life forever. I was like, I need to get to that point where I'm just, because he made my way more than I'm gonna make in a whole month in 1 second off a beat The same thing that I do. That changed me forever. So, long story short, we end up doing the song. I'm hanging out at Benzino house so much, I'm kind of like just helping them do little things, riding around with them all day and stuff like that. He asked me, yo, bro, my dad just flew in town. Can you go pick him up from the airport? Here's the keys to the car. He threw me the keys to the Audi. I'm in the Audi. I'm a young nigga. I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to pull up. Yeah. I pull up and pick my mans up. We riding around in the Audi through the city. I'm supposed to be at the airport picking this man dad up. Okay, I go drop my mans off. I go to the airport, pick up his dad. On the way back to the crib, I run a stop sign on the way back to Benzino's house. And I see, whoop, whoop, police again. Bro, police get behind me. They're like, yeah, can you step out the car? Da-da-da, where you going? I see you ran the stop sign. I was like, oh, I'm just picking up my dad from the airport, officer, da-da-da-da-da. And the officer's like, what's that? What's what, officer? It's not my car. I don't know what's going on. Bro, this man got a sitting right here in the thing. I didn't even see it. I'm not looking for that. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Bro, so the officer's like, oh, can you step out the car? I step out the car. He's like, yeah, we're going to have to search the car, sir. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm young. I'm like 19, 20. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, okay, you can search the car. I don't care. It's not my stuff. Bro, these niggas done found, they done found some more. They took me to jail. I went to jail again, bro. I'm in Cobb County jail facility, bro. And I'm just in there like, bro, I'm locked up for some scraps right now. Like, what is going on? Like, I just went to go pick up, bro. Okay, long story short, I'm in there for 4 days. I'm in jail for 4 days, bro. For some stuff that's not even mine. They come get me from out of jail after 4 days. I start working. He's like, oh, man, my bad, dog. Da-da-da-da-da. Then we went back to acting like nothing ever happened. I'm like, bro, I just spent 4 days of my life in the Fed. Not in the Fed, in jail. Bro, so besides me going to jail, that part of the story, I learned right in that moment when Sunny Digital came in, charge these niggas more because they're paying these other niggas more. And this is the problem that a lot of producers face. They charge people based on what they can afford. So if you don't have any money, you're probably charging people based on what you can comfortably afford, which would be $100, $50, something like that. But these people are paying other people $5,000. You're only shooting yourself in the foot because of your mindset. You got to understand that just because you don't got no money don't mean they don't got no money. So charge them the price. I'm gonna give you guys a quick producer hack. This is going to help a lot of you guys out. This is what you do. Figure out the price that you want. And what you do is let's say you want $1,000 for the beat. You tell the artist the beat is $1,500. You let the artist talk you down to $1,000. That way you're getting the $1,000 that you originally wanted and they feel like they're getting a deal. They feel like, oh, bro, rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? But you're still getting what you originally wanted. So everybody's happy. As opposed to you telling them right up front what you want. And then they talk you down from that. They're getting the beat for way cheaper now. And they're like, ah, man, you know. And you're like, damn, bro. Like, I ain't get what I wanted for the beat. So that's my secret tip for this video. One of the secret tips I'm going to give you for this video. I'm going to give you guys a lot of sauce in this video. Now, I get a call from Lil Duke one day. And he's like, yo, bro, where you at? I'm like, shit, I'm around. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, we in LA. Can you pull up? We need an engineer. I'm like, all right, I'll be there tomorrow. It just so happens I was flying to LA the next day. So it perfectly lined up. So I flew to LA. I had a record label meeting. This is when I started looking at getting signed. I flew to LA the next day. I end up getting in the studio with Lil Duke. We're in the studio. It's me, Lil Duke, Young Thug, Young Jeezy, and Trey Songz, right? And I'm engineering, right? So that session goes very well. I didn't get a placement because I'm just engineering in that session. And then the next day we did another session. And then I had a flight to Atlanta. Now, the day I had a flight to Atlanta, I didn't know that when I landed, Lil Duke was going to call me again. I'm like, yeah, what up, bro? He's like, yo, where you at, bro? I'm like, I'm in the A. He was like, yeah, we in the A. Shit, can you pull up an engineer? Bro, I ended up engineering Young Thug twice in 24 hours on different sides of the country, bro. After that happened, bro was like, yeah, we need bro, man. You know what I'm saying? He moving around. So a couple days later, I'm at my studio chilling. I get a phone call. It's Young Thug. He like, yo, bro, where you at? I'm like, shit, I'm in the A. He was like, can you pull up to Boston right now? I'm like, Boston? All right, I'm about to pull up. Nigga, I went to the airport, got on a plane, pulled up to Boston. Little do I know, I will be on tour for the next 6 months. I will be with Young Thug for the next 6 months on tour with him and 21 Savage. Now, when I'm on tour with them, they have a studio, like a studio in the tour bus. They gave me a bed and everything in the tour bus. and they had a studio on the tour bus. So every single night we're recording all night long. Everybody on the buses, me, Thug, Gunna, Strick, Duke, some YSL niggas, Wheezy, TM88 was the DJ. Now we're all on the bus every single day. Wheezy and TM are making beats. I'm making beats sometimes as well. And then I'm engineering everybody, which is crazy because I'm engineering Thug like forever. Then as soon as Thug gets done, Gunna like, yo, bro, you want to get in? Yeah, bro, come on, let's get in. Then Duke will be like, yo, bro, you got time to get in? Yeah, bro, come on. When am I supposed to sleep? Bro, so I end up meeting up with the manager like after 2 days of that. I met up with the manager like, okay, we got to work out my payment schedule because, yeah, this is insanity. So I ended up getting paid $250 a day, and I think that came out to like around $10K a month or something like that, right? So I'm getting paid $10K a month just to engineer and network with all these artists. Keep in mind, Young Thug is blazing hot at the time. So every single city that we go to, we're linking up with the top rappers. Like we're in this city where Detroit, I don't know, Icewear Vezo, and we're in New York, ASAP Rocky. Kendrick Lamar. DJ Khaled. This person, that person. Building up my network, and I'm getting paid to do it. While I'm getting paid to, first of all, when you engineer, bro, you're getting paid to get better at making songs. You're getting paid to get better. That's why I always say engineering is the day job of producers. If you want to be a producer, you need to learn how to engineer because that's going to be your day job, and you're literally getting paid to get better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay, long story short, we're traveling all over. And every single night, I'm recording. So eventually, I start being able to pull up my beats. You know what I'm saying? 21 Savage comes in. 21 Savage starts recording on my beats. Then we recorded a song. Now, Young Thug recorded a verse on this song. And Birdman was there. Everybody was there. And we forgot about the song. Well, I forgot about the song because I'm recording so many songs. Now, after the tour is over, I end up going to Paris to celebrate. And then I get a phone call from Young Thug again. Yo, bro, can you come to Miami? I fly down to Miami, meet up with him again. Everybody's in the studio, dead quiet. I'm like, what's going on here? I walk up to Thug. I'm like, what up, bro? He leans over into my ear, right? He like, bro, just stay loyal. I'm like, okay, for sure. He presses play on the computer. It's the song that we recorded on the tour bus. 21 Savage, Young Thug, and then Drake verse come on. I hear Drake's voice on the song, bro. I'm like, nigga, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone, folks. Dog, I'm like, hell, I just got a Drake placement, bro. Now, keep in mind, this is the biggest placement I ever got so far. I was like, man, damn. Like, that moment was so surreal, bro. I couldn't even put into words how I was feeling. It felt like I was in a dream. Like, I was like, dog, you telling me all this work that I done put in done paid off? Nah, this is insane, bro. The crazy thing is, we were in Miami at that time. So we're going to Hit Factory Studio. I think that's the name of it. So we pull up to Hit Factory Studio, and guess who we see sitting outside of a red Bugatti. It's a red Bugatti outside the studio. Lil Wayne standing outside the studio. Now, this is at the height of the beef. So we don't know what's about to happen. We're like, yo, is it about to go down? What's going on? They were like, yo, just hold on. We're standing on the tour bus waiting to go into the studio. Young Thug walks out. He starts talking to Lil Wayne. They walk around the corner. I don't know, whatever they said. Everything was cool. They were like, all right, y'all come in the studio. We went into the studio. I start recording Thug on one of my beats, right? Lil Wayne comes in. No. Mac Main comes in, and he takes the song that I recorded with Young Thug, and then he takes it in there to Lil Wayne. 30 minutes later, they bring the song back. Lil Wayne's on the song. Lil Wayne saying my name in the song. I'll play a snippet of it right here.
Bricks on the beat.
Lil Wayne saying my name on the song, bro. I'm like, dog, I just got a Drake placement and Lil Wayne said my name on the song in the same day. How is it? Then Timbo was in the other room. So after I got done with that, I went in there and chopped it up with Timbo for like 30 minutes, bro. I was like, dog, I'm really doing this now, bro. Like, I'm doing it now. Like, I've really done made it now. All this stuff done paid off, bro. Now, the crazy part is that Drake song was the best and worst experience of my life. And I'm going to explain to you why. Because I go to Puerto Rico with some girl and I'm like, yeah, I'm celebrating the Drake song. I'm lit. Da-da-da-da-da. Bro, I woke up in the morning. Like, the Drake song, getting that was a high. A big, big high, right? I woke up in the morning, bro. I looked at my computer. The Drake song was everywhere. It was leaked everywhere. It was on YouTube. It was on Reddit. It was on all them websites. It was everywhere. People doing TikToks to it. I'm like, I'm calling up the label like, yo, can you guys, what's going on here? Can y'all stop this? We can't stop it, bro. It's already too gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, we can't stop it, bro. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, imagine how my heart got hit after the biggest high of my life down to the biggest low of my life right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I still got paid $25,000 for the beat. That's when I was like, nigga, I'm getting paid $25,000 for one beat. I'm getting paid $25,000 for one beat, bro. That shit changed everything for me. Now, check this out. It wasn't a complete loss because later on, I'm in LA, right? I'm going shopping. I'm walking downtown. I go to this store called Open Ceremony. I walk into the store. Guess who I see? It's only two people in the store. It's me and 40. I'm like, yo, 40, what up, bro? Blah, 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 blah. He's like, yeah, what up, bro? I was like, yeah, dog. I've been working with Young Thug and this and that. Like, one day I'm going to be on tour with y'all, man. He like, oh, yeah, that's what's up, bro. I'm sure he hears people say this every single day. But 1 year later, I was on tour with that nigga and Drake. And I'm going to tell you how that happened. So one day, after all of that, I'm back at my studio chilling. I get a phone call from Young Thug's manager. He like, yo, bro, you got your passport? I'm like, yeah, I got my passport. He was like, all right, come to the airport right now. I'm like, okay. I go to the airport. We're on a flight to London. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's there. Everybody got their bag packed. I'm like, all right, bet. We're going to London. I'm assuming Thug got some shows out there or something's going on out there. Now, when we get to London, we go to the hotel in Mayfair, and it's me, Gunna, Duke, Thug, Jerica, her mom, two managers, Garfield. Garfield is a cameraman at the time, which is now Thug's manager now. Okay, we get there. They hand us some backstage passes. I look down at the backstage passes. It's the Drake tour. I'm like, nigga, we on tour with Drake? They was like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, what? That's insane, bro. So we go to sound check that night, right? And I'm just looking at this stadium, bro. It's the O2 Arena, which is like the biggest stadium in London. I'm looking at how big this shit is. Now, me and Thug, I've been on a lot of shows with Thug, but these were Thug shows. So they was like in theaters, shit like that. This shit, you could have played a soccer match in this bitch. It was 50,000 seats. Like, it was insane. Bro, I'm playing my beats in the stadium during sound check. I'm like, dog, it's changing everything for me because I'm hearing my beats in a stadium now. I'm like, dog, this is crazy. I got a song with Drake. I got this. Now I'm on tour. All right, bet. This what happened. Drake comes into the dressing room, introduces himself. Yo, Drake, bro, Drake. Super, super respectful. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, nice to meet you, bro. Blah, 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 blah. Later on that night, I start meeting a lot of the OVO people. He got a lot of Canadian people with him on tour. I start meeting them. Yo, what's good, bro? I meet Pressa. I meet Smoke Dogg. I think Murder was there a few times. I meet a bunch of Canadian people. This is going to play a part in the story later. We do a bunch of shows. We do 6, 7, 8, 10 shows. And then for some reason, we woke up one day and Young Thug's team, the manager was like, all right, y'all pack your bags. We're going home. So we pack our bags and go back to Atlanta, right? I'm like, the tour isn't over yet. Apparently, Thug wasn't getting paid enough on the tour, so he decided to just get out of the tour. It was a 2-leg tour, so we had a UK version, and then there was a European version of the tour. So he ended up declining the European version of the tour. We go back to Atlanta. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to work with Drake, dog. He's the biggest artist in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to Atlanta, and he ends up firing his management. Now, when he ends up firing his management, the people that are paying me, I'm kind of like, okay, who's going to be paying me now? So he decided to make his girlfriend the manager. Terrible move. And, you know, my payment didn't come through for that month. And the next day, now, keep in mind, I done been in the studio with this man every single day for like 2 years straight, or like at least a year and a half minimum. Every single day, without fail, never called out sick, never did not show up. He calls me the next day, yo, bro, we at the studio, pull up. I'm like, oh, shit, I got something to do. This is the first time I've ever said that to this nigga, ever. Because I ain't get my check, nigga, I'm not pulling up. I got to get this money either way. He was like, oh, shit, word, you got to, what's going on? He was like, all right, well, I won't even go to the studio then. I'll just go tomorrow. We'll just meet up tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool, hit me tomorrow. He hit me tomorrow. yo, bro, pull up to the studio. I'm like, ah, shit, I gotta go get this money, bro. I got another session. Keep in mind, I done recorded this nigga every breath for the last year and a half, so he don't even go to the studio if I don't go. He like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, I gotta get paid, so I gotta go do another session. You know, these niggas is paying me. He was like, oh, you didn't get paid? Da 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 da. Niggas playing the oh, you didn't get paid game. Oh, you didn't get paid? Nah, I ain't get paid. All right, well, shit, come and we'll chop it up. So I went to the studio. Imagine. Keep in mind, this is young YSL Rico Young Thug. Now, this is like top gangster status right here. Imagine how uncomfortable it is walking up to this nigga talking about $10,000 a month. He didn't know I was getting paid that much. So he was like, 10K? Oh, all right, we're going to figure it out, bro. Da, 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 da. I end up doing a session that day with him and 21 Savage was there again. That nigga didn't want to pay me that shit. So what I decided to do, I'm like, okay, cool, bet. You don't want to pay me engineering? All right, bet. I told everybody in the studio, yo, y'all still got the backstage pass? And I went and drove around town and picked them all up. I had like 9 backstage passes for the Drake tour. Nigga, I flew to Oslo, Norway, because that's where the next Drake show was at. I flew to Oslo, Norway, and I went backstage like I never even left, nigga. I go backstage with my backstage pass. I'm in Drake dressing room eating chicken wings. Drake manager come in, yo, bro, the tour manager, not Future, his manager, but yo, bro, aren't you here? Wasn't you here with Young Thug? Yeah, bro. What's up? They're not on the tour no more, so you can't be in here, bro. I'm like, oh, really? Damn. Well, shit, can I watch the show, bro? He was like, yeah, you can go watch the show, but you just can't be back here. I'm like, all right, bet. So I go out there and watch the show. This nigga don't know I got 9 backstage passes, nigga. You can kick me out 1,000 times. I'm gonna be back here, bro. So, so I go out there, right? Oslo. Next show is in Sweden, Stockholm, Telegloben Arena or whatever. Now, I had already been to Stockholm mad times. If y'all watch the other video, y'all already know that. Go watch the previous video. If you're lost right now, go watch the previous video. So, we're in Sweden, right? I came up with this idea. I'm like, bro, I got 9 backstage passes, bro. It's 50,000 baddies in here. What I did was I went backstage, I found an empty room, and I took a Bluetooth speaker in there, right? A big one, and my laptop. Nigga, I go out into the crowd, and I go find the baddest bitches I could find. And I be like, yo, you want to come backstage? Come with me. Yo, you want to come backstage? Come with me. Yo, you want to come backstage? Yeah, come with me. You and your friend. I'm walking backstage with 8 girls. Put him in the room. He had a lot of that Virginia Black whiskey that he had came out with at the time, Drake. So I'm taking bottles of that shit, putting it in the room, getting them, you know what I'm saying, getting them turned. I take their backstage passes after they get in the room, go back into the crowd and do the same thing. Bring back 8 more girls. Bring back 8 more girls. Now I got 40 some girls in this room, bro, and I'm DJing. And then I start going back to the other guys like the UK artists and the European artists that we was around, people that was backstage, right? I was like, yo, y'all come in here right quick. They walk in, it's 40 girls and me. You know what I'm saying? I did that every single show. So after that, everybody knows who I am. And they know I'm a producer. I end up talking to Drake. I end up talking to the artists that's around him. I end up meeting the manager. I'm cool now. I'm lit. Every single show, I did that. Every single after party, I went. So I was like, these niggas gonna see me every show, every after party, every studio session. I'm gonna be there until I get on this nigga album. So one day we got a show in Paris. If you guys watched the previous video, you will know that I lived in Paris before. Off music, doing music. So I'm already that nigga in Paris. What I ended up doing was I set up a studio session. I called up Gigs, he's a huge artist in the UK, and I had built a relationship with him because he's on tour with us. And I was like, yo, bro, pull up to the studio. I sent him the Sprinter. I had girls. I had weed. I had drinks. I had everything that he could have needed. I sent him the Sprinter. He gets in the car, comes to the studio. I booked out the nicest studio. I told the studio owner, like, bro, Drake is in town. Look out for me on the price. I'm about to make your studio real pop. He like, all right, bro, I got you. Because I had built a relationship with him prior. So Gigs come to the studio. I'm making songs with Gigs. I do like 2-3 songs on Gigs' album. Drake FaceTiming him while he in the studio. He was like, oh, you in the studio, bro? Who you? I end up talking to Drake on FaceTime. Drake like, yo, send me 3 of your hottest bangers. I'm like, all right, bet. So the next day, I do another session with Gigs. The day after that, I get a phone call from Drake's manager. He was like, yo, bro, you're Bricks, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, you're the producer, da da da. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yo, we're down here at XYZ Hotel. Can you pull up over here? I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, nigga, Drake manager just called me, nigga. So I go down to the hotel to meet him, some fancy hotel in Paris, right? And I sit at a table, and it's Mr. Morgan, the CEO of OVO, and future Drake's manager sitting at a table like, we're having a conversation. They're getting to know me a little better. And at this point, I'm like, damn, am I about to get signed to OVO? What the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, bro, we heard about the session that you set up for gigs. Could you set something like, set up a session for the boy? The boy is Drake. I'm like, yeah, I can set something up for the boy easy. Blah, 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 blah. I do the same thing. Book the same studio, same situation. Next day, Drake comes in. He already done seen me mad times on the tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's good, bro? Blah, 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 blah. I'm engineering. I'm playing beats. I'm in control of the whole session, bro. But this is all of the training that I already had coming into play right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I went through is making sense in this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have seen this moment back then. Long story short, y'all just got to keep grinding and keep maneuvering, keep moving around, and things are going to start happening in your life that's not going to be making sense, but it's all going to fit together like a crazy puzzle, bro, and you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I end up doing the Drake sessions. I end up getting on the album. I end up working with a few of his other artists, doing some songs that went gold as well. Gold, platinum, Pressa, platinum with Pressa, Baca, gold. Well, it's probably platinum by now. I got to check. I actually had that plaque hanging up in my bathroom because I went to a nigga house in London and he had a plaque in his bathroom, and I was like, oh no, this nigga just flexed. So I got the plaque in my bathroom actually in the mansion. So long story short, do the songs, get the plaques, and I'm like, you know what? After the tour's over, I'm gonna move to London because I done made so many connections in Europe and in the UK from being on this tour with the biggest people over here. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just come over here and see what this talking about. You know what I'm saying? So after the tour is over, I decided to move to London. I started working with all the London artists that's over here, bro. I'm talking about, I'm doing songs on Gigs album. Now I'm staying, guess who house I'm staying at, bro? There's a girl named Millie Golightly, right? And she worked on the album with me and Thug, right? Beautiful Thugger Girls, right? And we ended up connecting and we became friends. And I hit her up when I got there, and she was like, yeah, you can stay at my spot. I'm like, oh, shit, bet. Okay, cool. Thank you. Like, because I'm engineering and working with her, too. So it's not like she's just giving it to me for free because I'm helping her with her music. So it's like an even trade. I'm there. I got a home base. I'm working with Millie. I got a place where I can cook up. I'm working with Gigs. I'm riding around with Gigs every day. His brother, meeting all his people. I'm working with the biggest artists in the UK at this point. I started getting a bunch of placements. I started working with Stormzy. I started working with Skepta. I ended up going, I did the whole Adidas campaign for Stormzy, made 10,